The next one we're going to do is take a look at this relay chatter circuit. So I'm basically going through a push button through a contact to a relay. All right. So we're going to hook this up a couple of different ways. So the first thing I did is I went ahead and hooked up the transformer to get 24 and down to 12. So these 2 points right here are going to be my voltage source at 12. So according to this, I've got line 1 going to a push button. So I go from line 1 to a push button right there, and that's what I went to right there. Okay, the push button is going to go to a control relay, and so I'm going to come right out of here, and I'm going to the contacts of the control relay. So there's my common right there. That's my first one there to the control relay. Then coming out of the close of the control relay, which that one's this right here. Okay, and it's going to the coil. So there's the coil of the relay. This is what switches the relay. And finally, coming out of the control relay, it goes back to the other side of the voltage here and here. Okay, so at that point, I should be able to test this circuit. I should be able to push this button right here. So I'm going to bring my power on, and I'm going to go ahead and push this button. And this relay is chatting. Okay, so you think, well, maybe I hooked up this wrong, and so let's instead change this to a normally open. Okay, so I'm going to switch this right here. I just went and rewired it, and so instead of a closed, I went through an open contact. Will that make any difference? Well, now when I push the button, I get absolutely nothing. Okay, so I'm going to kill my power here. So basically, neither one of these is going to work very well. Let's just start with the original one. So this is closed. When I push the button, I get continuity, or I get a true run. This becomes true. This is closed, so it's true, and the control relay comes on. So when the control relay comes on, what it does is it switches the contact states. So this opens. Well, if this opens, then I still got true, but I got false, which means this goes false. It goes low. And if this goes low, then this becomes true again. So I get true, true, then this comes on again. If that comes on, that goes false. If that goes false, it goes off, which turns this on, which turns that on, which turns that off, that off. So basically, this thing just keeps switching itself off and on. Now I said, well, maybe we should put the normally opens in there. So I put normally opens in there instead of the normally close. Well, that's just never going to work, because when I push the button, this is true. And if it's going through an open, well, this is never going to close, because this is never going to be true. We're never going to come on to switch this close. So that's why when we went to the opens, it didn't work at all. So if you hear chatter, it probably means that you've got a set of contacts that are closed, and you're probably opening those contacts up. And as soon as you open it up, you're basically closing them again, and then opening them up and closing them, and opening up and closing them. Okay.